Copy link.
Okay, and we are live.
Perfect.
Hello,
I'm just
hello,
sharing.
everyone. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Welcome to our reading sprints. It's great having you guys here. It's good having you here.
Am I not in the chat? I'm confused.
Are
Hold
you?
on.
Yeah, you should be.
I don't see anything. Has anyone posted anything?
Hold on. We have people with us. Let me see. Let me switch to my comment side. All right. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our live. If you are here with Jackie and I, let us know in the comments so that we can actually say hi to you and talk to you for a bit. And
I just want to make sure everything's working on my end and that I'm not.
I haven't seen any comments just yet, but there are people with us and we are
Let me
live.
connect with my YouTube channel. Let me make sure that I'm like connected all the way with this. I have no idea. StreamYard is still a little bit of a mystery to me. There we go. Now I can also like post comments too. So
okay, perfect. Yeah, sometimes you have to, yeah, because if you don't connect to your YouTube, it does that.
perfect. Okay, and then let me.
Hi, Dee. So Dee is with us. Yay!
Hi.
Hi, Dee. Glad to have you hanging out. We are calling this officially our family experiment reading sprints. Dee also read it. He's done with it. So I'm excited to kind of talk a little bit about that with him. Jackie's starting today, right, Jackie?
Yes, I'm starting today because I didn't want to start too early and then forget by the time of the live show.
So I was telling Jackie because I also finished, but I was telling Jackie I'm gonna spend the first part of sprints just going over my annotations, tabbing more things because I did finish and I want to make sure everything is fresh in my head for our live show on this. So I am planning on doing some annotating, and if I get kind of all that stuff done, I'll go ahead and pick up another book and see how that goes.
Oh my god, I'm like suffocating in here.
Hi.
Hello.
Thank you for being here. Yes. Hi, Ethan. Thanks for joining us. Yay.
There we go. I had to turn on the fan with all these lights.
Yeah, same thing here. I have like the two lights and then that one, and I'm like, oh man, it's gonna get hot. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you're in the comments, please say hi. Let us know that you are here. Today's sprints, we're gonna kind of chit chat a little bit, but for the most part, we want to let you know that this set of reading sprints, we already did one on Jackie's channel, and then this is gonna be the second one that we're doing for the Family Experiment by John Mars, and it's a buddy read that Jackie and I are doing, but that other people are joining us, and we're so excited. We do have Dee in the chat with us who is joining us on this buddy read, and he also read it already and finished. Our live show will be coming up in September. We do have the date, right, Jackie? I think we have the exact date for that.
Yeah, give me 1 second. It's in my calendar. But I'm excited to hear everyone's thoughts.
So we know exactly when our live is gonna be.
September 3rd. So 2 weeks from today.
Okay, so 2 weeks from today we are gonna have our live. So hopefully there's still some time for you to join us and pick up the Family Experiment and be ready for the live. Hi, thank you for joining us. Yay.
Yes, I was in Jess's reading sprints earlier, and then I was casually mentioned it, and she was like, I want to check it out. And I was like, okay.
Yes. Yay, awesome. Awesome. We're so glad to have you guys. We're going to chit chat for a little bit and then we'll go ahead. I'm going to start setting up the Pomodoro Kitty with our first sprint. So we can do that. Please let us know, what are you planning on doing on our first set of sprints? Are you reading? If so, what are you reading? Are you doing productivity stuff? We would love to know what you're going to be doing during our sprints. And yeah, we're excited. We are super excited. So let's talk a little bit about the book, maybe. So in case that you're still interested in joining us for the live show in 2 weeks, basically we're doing this as part of our thriller read. So our first buddy read together, Jackie and I, it was a historical fiction, which is new
Mhm.
to me. I'm not a big historical fiction reader. And we decided that for our second book, we were going to do a thriller because Jackie's not a big thriller reader, but she wants to get more into it. So that's why we kind of picked it. And this is unique because it's kind of a dystopian, techie kind of thriller, and it does take place in the universe that John Mars has created, that pretty much like talks a lot about technology and AI, and all the dangers of advancements in technology and society. And of course it's a thriller through and through because of the cliffhangers. Every single chapter has one of those crazy cliffhangers, right? Jackie,
It's
any
giving me like
anticipation?
dystopian thriller kind of vibes.
Yeah,
And basically, in this world, these families are the world has gotten so expensive, and these families have these like AI families. So they've either lost a child or they're trying to kind of find a way to fill that void in this book, from what I've gathered from the summary,
for
from what I
sure.
read.
Yeah.
And then by the end of it, they either get to choose, if they win, to get a real child or keep their AI family in this like dystopian world.
I love it. Yeah. And if you've read the one by John Mars, that's kind of like the start to this whole thing. But all these books exist in that same universe, and they all kind of like deal with these same like topics that are kind of scary if you stop to think about it. Like how ahead of ourselves are we getting, and the impact that AI has in our lives, and all of those murky things, right? I'm going to just be relaxing and playing Tiny Bookshop. Oh my
Oh,
gosh. I I already bought Tiny Bookshop. It's installed on my Switch too, and I haven't started it. Tell me all your thoughts. Are you liking it? I'm planning a whole video thing around it. I can't wait to get to it. Tell me please how you're liking Tiny Bookshop. Jackie, have you heard of Tiny Bookshop?
yes, I think she was mentioning it, or either was, I don't know if that's the game that you were playing on Sprints earlier, because I always come in late, so I don't know what's happening. But I kind of come in for the vibes. I hang out. I was watching movies earlier, like
So
just
fun. I want to play it. You have your own bookshop and you run it and you pick what books you want to like stock. Oh, I'm so
I
excited to
love
hear
that.
someone playing that. Just wanted to tune in and hang out. Yes, and tell us all about the game. Ariel's gonna be doing some guitar practice.
Nice.
Nice. Ethan is doing homework. Good, Ethan. Awesome. Hi, Lily. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Tell
Let
us a
me
little
know
bit.
if you hear. Do you hear any background noise?
I do not.
You don't?
No. Is it
Okay.
loud over there? Is
Yes,
it?
it's very loud on mine. I'm like, oh no.
No, I don't. You're good. You're good. I don't hear it. Guys, let us know if you can hear it, but I don't hear anything. You're good.
No, just my
Um.
parents yelling at each other. So
Okay, so trying to finish a short story, Night and Day in Misery. Oh my gosh, I read that. Lily, Eve, I read that. I
I
actually
have
just finished it. That's
Katrina
part of
Ward.
the Yes, that's actually part of the Shivers. I think it's the Shivers
Um,
collection on KU. I think I read all of the ones in that collection. Let me know how you're liking it, and if you've read any of the other ones. They're really, really good. I was pleasantly surprised with those.
I think I have either. I this sounds so familiar. Like I don't know about this book particularly, but I have either a Katrina Ward in my physical TBR, or someone's been mentioning it a lot recently. I don't know. It's been
I
coming up a lot.
Yeah, I have quite a few of her books. And that short story was pretty good. It's kind of sad. It deals with grief and stuff like that. It was actually really good. I enjoyed it, but I enjoyed all of that entire collection was excellent.
Mhm.
Um, okay, so D is trying to finish Eileen by Otessa Moshfegh. I know you just got into that
Ooh.
author. D, that's so cool. Tell us how you're liking it. And I want to start The End of the World as We Know It. I love that. That's that anthology based on The Stand. I don't know if you know, Jackie, if you've heard of it, but it's getting
No.
like a lot of people hyped up for fans of The Stand, and it's like stories that other authors have created that live within the universe of Stephen King's The
Ah.
Stand. That just came out, I think, right, D? I think that's a new release, actually.
I'm not in the like Stephen King. Like I have not
Never-
read Stephen King ever.
Not even a short story, Jackie?
No, no, I've
Oh,
never read a Stephen King.
Yeah, I mean, it's an acquired taste. I think I'm a big Stephen King fan. Try like a short story. I think he's really good with a lot of his short stories, and see how you like it, because his other stuff is lengthy. There's a lot of lengthy works, you know. Um,
I'm like the most interested in, which probably isn't a surprise to you, besides like just trying out the short stories. I'm interested in like Pet Cemetery, but also I think I'm most interested in, I think it's like 9/11/63, where it's like they got the
11,
historical.
yes, yes. I just talked about that, I think, in my haul video. And I think
Mhm.
Michelle wants to do maybe a buddy read of that. It's very lengthy, but I just actually hauled it because I really want to read that. And I think you'll like it because it's historical. It does have some
Mhm.
portal and sci-fi stuff going on. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's
got the historical stuff.
it's relaxing and comforting. I really just love it. Oh my gosh, I'm so
11/22/63. See, I butchered the
yeah.
year.
Oh, I'm so excited for the tiny bookshop. Oh, it's like everything I think I've ever wanted in a game.
I'm
Uh,
gonna I'm gonna have to look into it. I mean, like I'm just living the graduate student life, though, so I don't have like money to be spending. But
no, I and I have the money, but I don't have the time. So I buy the games and I don't play them. It's like I feel like when you're younger, it's like you don't have the money to get the stuff, and then you have time to play. But then the older you get all the money to do everything you ever wanted, and you don't have the time. Oh my gosh,
I have neither. So
I remember those grad school days though. I remember that's rough. That's rough. Let's see. The game on
Spirit
sprints,
City.
Spirit
Oh
City. Okay, so it was another one. It's a good
yes,
productivity game to have open while you do chores and read. Oh, that's cool. I don't know that. I wasn't familiar with that one.
I'm gonna have to use that
Cool.
whenever I stream, like on my own next time, which will be at some point. I have no idea when, but I'll try and use that because I think it's fun.
Okay, so you're good. No one hears the loud noise on your end. Okay,
Well,
that's
it's
good.
quiet now, but I can hear it, so then I'm conscious of it, and I'm like, can other people hear this?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, I'm reading. Oh, you're reading them in order. I didn't
Ooh.
do that. Lily, I think I started with authors that I really liked or something, like my favorite authors, and then I was like, oh, I'm excited for this one. But that's cool to read them in that order. I totally read them out of order. I don't think I read them in order. One of
Oh
them gave me
no.
a nightmare. Oh my God, which one? Which one? I want to know. Okay, the one by Stephen Graham Jones. Oh my gosh. I talked about in my channel how I got to meet him, Stephen Graham Jones, and I
Mhm.
had just finished that short story. I think it's Indigo Room, Lily. And I
Okay.
told him in person when he was signing my books, I was like, oh my gosh, I just finished your story, Indigo Room. It was so cool. And then he's like, yeah. And he told me that he wanted the story to be like more dragged out or longer, but like they had told him like he had to stick to like, whatever it is, the 35 pages or 45 pages or whatever it was. So I got to talk to him about that one story.
That's
But
really cool.
that's very vivid. That story had like a lot of vivid imagery, with the Indigo Room. My favorite one so far was the one by Joe Hill. Okay, I think that was Jackknife, maybe. Yeah, King is my favorite author. Wow, Lily, that's awesome. Yeah, I like Stephen King a lot. Do you have a favorite book? I don't know if you've commented. I'm going in order, but what's your favorite King book? I know there's a lot. My husband loves Stephen King. There's a lot of people who love
I'm gonna
Stephen
have to
King.
read some of his books, like
Yeah, I mean, and
even
he's
if not
super
all of
prolific.
them, because some of them might be too much. Like it is not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that's not gonna be for me, but I'll try some of his other ones.
Yeah, for sure. I heard Salem's Lot is good too. Yeah, and it's vampires and the thing with also I if you've seen have you seen any of the movies? Because if you have Jackie, maybe you can see a movie that you enjoyed and then read the
I
book or
don't think
what.
I have. I
You
don't.
have
I'm worse about horror movies than books. Like movies are worse for me.
really because you get scared.
Yeah, I mean, because I can picture it in my head, and then I'm like, it's all happening in my head. I see it
Yeah,
visually, and it
yeah.
haunts me.
I love horror books and movies. Yeah. I still need to read 11/22/63. Me too,
I
Lily.
called it
Me
like
too.
9/11, and that's not it.
I knew where you were getting at though. That is so
Well,
cool.
maybe
Yeah.
I'm thinking about 9/11 because it's coming up.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's right around the corner. I really like Doctor Sleep. I haven't read that, Lily. I haven't. But that's the sequel to The Shining. Uh-huh. Okay, so D says he read the Shining. That's a popular one. You
Wait,
haven't seen
he
that
read The
either,
Shining, or
Jackie?
he's recommending that I read The Shining?
Oh yeah, is read The Shining or you read The Shining, D? Yeah. Have you seen the movie to that, Jackie?
No, no.
Okay. We
I
can
like
put you on
I'm
the
I can do
horror.
low level horror. I can do some more horror in books than in movies. Thriller movies also freak me out sometimes, and I can handle
I get
thriller
that.
in books. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I'm actually reading a book that's a literary fiction thriller kind of mix right now. So be proud of me.
What is it? What is it?
It's a book called Wahala by Nikki May.
Okay.
It's following these like three Nigerian women who are really close friends, and then suddenly this fourth woman comes and enters their group. She was like went to kindergarten with one of the friends,
Mm-hmm.
and she kind of stirs things up. It's literary fiction right now, but it's going to like there's something big that happens in the end. Like there's gonna be some thriller aspects to this. So
Nice.
mhm.
Well, that sounds good. Yeah, and I am proud of you. Good. Yes, little baby steps, right? Baby steps. Same, Jackie. Can't do horror movies, but I'm just starting into horror books, and those are better for me. Yeah, that's a good way of getting into it. Yeah, for sure. He recommends you to read The Shining. That's what he's saying. He
Yes,
recommends The Shining.
I think that's what I gathered, but
Mm-hmm.
oh,
The Shining movie is actually not too scary. It is really more suspenseful than anything. Very cinematic. Yes, I totally agree. Yeah. I found the movie to be impactful. Like I liked a lot of those scenes. I still remember them and a lot of dialogue, famous lines. Does
mhm.
your co-host have a channel? Yes,
I
yes.
left my handle in the chat. So
Awesome. Follow Jackie. Guys, if you're following me and you haven't followed Jackie's channel, she has great content, lots of historical fiction stuff, period drama, videos that are really good. So please give her a
I
follow.
promise most of it is books though.
The TV mini-series version of
Mm.
The Shining is really good too. Yeah, a lot of his stuff got turned into those mini-series, and I enjoy them. I really enjoyed most of them. The Stand is one of them. Yeah, The Stand is more post-apocalyptic and less horror. That's true, and it's like that ultimate battle of good versus evil. That's a really good one, actually. Uh,
Oh yay! Thank you. Sorry,
it
I
is
was reacting to a comment later down.
okay. I'm going in order to.
No, just her saying that she was already subbed. I think I
Gotcha.
asked last time and forgot. No worries.
Gotcha. Awesome. Ah, there you go. Well, now she's on your radar. Sometimes we're sub to so many people, and like like the more you interact with someone, obviously, the more they pop up on your homepage or whatnot. But I know I've lately followed like quite a few channels, and I'm like, where's their stuff? Have they not posted? So when I have a moment to breathe, I want to go through and like
I
actually
go
try
through
to.
my subscriptions box. And I'm
That's
like, who have I not seen in a while? I'm like, there's people that I've not seen in a while. Please pop up.
I need to do that. I need to do that. I think I asked last time, I forgot. All right, guys, we've been chatting so much. It's been 18 minutes chatting. We're gonna go ahead and start our sprints. So let's go ahead. What are we feeling? I have it set up for 25 minutes, but I think we could do maybe 20 minutes because we seem like we want to maybe chat. I don't know. Let's see.
I'm good with either. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to load the Kindle apps.
Oh
Oh,
no,
I don't have this on
ready
my
for it,
iPhone.
Jackie.
How did it undownload?
Okay, so let me go ahead and pop up our thing. Let's see a couple more comments. Just started
So
the
I might
final
not
Dark
actually be
Tower.
starting with this in case the Kindle app decides it doesn't want to download again.
Yeah, so speaking of Stephen King, Ariel's on his very last book of the Dark Tower. He's been faithful, he's been reading all of them. Ariel's so awesome. Totally. Yeah, right. I need to read that. I have not read the Dark Tower series, and people love that, man. That has like a big, big following. It's been a journey. Absolutely. 18 minutes chatting is nothing. Sometimes I chat for a long longer. I have to set timers now. I know, I know. Oh my gosh. All right. So yes,
Maybe
let's
that's what we need to do. We need to like set a timer for the sprint, set a timer for chatting, and then
I know, right? Okay, so I went ahead and started it running. I had it at 25 already, so I went ahead and started it going. So we'll chat for, I mean, we chatted for 20 minutes now. We'll go ahead and kind of read for another 23, 24 minutes. I'll keep that going. And yeah, all right, guys, happy reading.
Okay, come on, come on. It's like almost downloaded, so maybe I can actually start at this print, please. There we go. I don't know. I have like no storage. This iPad is old and like half shattered. So it's working very hard here.
Be patient with it. All right, let's get to, I'm going to go ahead and mute myself so I can go ahead start some reading. All right. The kitty got me again.
And if you guys haven't done it, make sure you stay hydrated.
Yep.
Take
good.
your water break.
Welcome back, guys, from our 25-minute sprint that flew by for me. I don't know about you guys,
Very fast.
but that went pretty fast. So tell us how that went for you. What were you able to accomplish during your sprint? Jackie, what part are you on? What did you read? What are you thinking?
We're in the metaverse now.
Okay.
I'm with the first couple.
Okay.
I'm at the very beginning.
I went ahead and tabbed because I kept going back and forth when I first read this, like which couples which. So I kind of tabbed that introductory page because whenever they talk about them again, I'm like, oh my gosh, which ones were those again? So I felt like I kept wanting to go back to the description to see, which couple was which. And then I got the hang of it, obviously, after like a little bit. But at first it's like a little confusing,
This is my notebook right here, and I've written a bunch of my Outlander reviews in this one, actually.
Nice.
And, well, not everything that I say, but a lot of my notes on them. So I'm also writing my notes for the family experiment in here. Since I don't have a physical copy of the book, I figured. So I already was writing in here. That's why I haven't read too much yet, because I was like keeping notes. There was a chapter that I was not expecting from 12 years before that I was like annotating. I was like, what is happening here? So I was writing notes on that. And then I haven't written anything about the current situation that's happening, but I will when we go back to sprinting again.
Yeah, and I like that John Mars seems to do that in most of his books, at least these dystopian ones. Like he's constantly like going from like each chapter is like a different set of characters, different couples, different. So at first you're like, man, I don't want to read about somebody else. I want to keep knowing what's going on with these people. But then after a little bit, I'm like, never mind. I'm invested in like all of them. Like I want to know about all of them. So I think that's part of like
I'm gonna note down who couple number 1 is because I'm going to forget.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
After a little bit, I didn't have to reference it anymore, but totally at the beginning.
1, Rufus and Kitty. Perfect. No, I'm gonna forget, and then I'm gonna be like, who are these people again?
Yeah, because it goes from couple to couple. All right. So she was able to watch your video. Okay, I saw your behind the scenes video already. That was good. That's a good one. I like that tag. That's a good tag.
I think it's interesting to learn more about people and how they go about it. And I mentioned something about like wanting to improve my lighting in the video, and I'm like, I've improved my lighting since.
Yeah. I love that. Ariel had a good practice session. Good. That's great. All right, guys, let us know how your reading is going or your sprinting is going while we still have just a few more seconds before we start our next set of sprints. I did finish going over my notes on the family experiment. I tabbed a couple more things. I reread that last page because sometimes like I don't know if that happens to you, but right when I'm getting to the ending of a book and it's like really good, I'm almost like speed reading through it, and then I'm like, what the heck happened at the end again? Like, so D actually was telling me the other day, hey, I finished, and then he commented, man, that ending, and I was like, oh my gosh, like the ending again. Let me go back to that so that I could like remember that. So I did actually go back and read that a little bit. I got through a bunch of math questions. Nice, Ethan. Good.
Oh, I do not miss taking math classes. I mean, I think I've taken recently though. I took statistics again for the like fourth time for my master's. So.
I'm sure. Yeah, math was not fun for me either. I don't miss
part of counseling, unfortunately. So
yeah, for sure.
But we got through it. We're working on it.
Yeah. So I was able to wrap that up. I
Mhm.
I'm back. Ooh, that means we got to start again. But I am in the middle of this. I've been reading this since like Summerween, and I keep reading other things and putting this to the side. So I'm hoping I get close to kind of finishing this today with the rest of our sprints. All right. So what do you think? Are we ready for round two?
Yeah, I'm ready. I was like, hold on, let me take the tab here. I was getting into this. I was like, what is happening here?
Nice. Okay, so we talked a little bit into our 25 minutes, but let's go ahead and do another set of 25-minute reading sprints. All right, guys, we'll talk to you in a little bit. Well, all I hear is your sigh. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back for a little break.
Oh, sorry, I did not mean to sigh. I'm just sighing out like what I was reading.
How did that go for you guys? How was that sprint? What did you get done? What did you read? Jackie, you wanna go first?
Oh boy, I'm with the single parent now, and he's being grilled.
Oh, okay, yeah. Hudson, right?
Yes,
Okay,
Yeah, he's also the one that we got the flashback chapter of.
correct.
So
Yes.
I'm glad I wrote that note because I would have been like, who is this? Why? Very interesting so
Yeah.
far. What are you like up to now in this sprint then, since you caught up with your notes?
Yeah. So I'm trying to I said I had started this back in Summerween. It was like one of the only books I didn't get to finish during Summerween. And I've kind of there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was
Again,
on my Summerween TBR. I never finished it. I'm a little bit more than halfway now. But it's taken me so long because I keep getting distracted. I read a bunch of stuff at once and I keep picking up new things and it's kind of just been there. And it's not bad. I'm pretty interested, like a haunted house story, it's like a horror book. But it's pretty good, not good enough to have kept my attention going and not distracted me from other books. So that's a sign, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna
Yep,
finish it,
not gonna get a high rating. That's what that means.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna finish it out of, duty, right? But yeah, I've been kind of distracted with all my other books and keep picking up other things and finishing other things. And this one's still kind of there waiting for me, But it's pretty good. It's a haunted house story so far and some family drama and stuff like that.
I'm
That's kind
liking
of
this, even though we are changing perspectives every single chapter. So I keep putting it
yeah.
down to write notes, which I think is like also slowing me down in my progress right now. But I'm reading the chapters pretty fast, which I'm surprised by because I'm usually a slow reader.
Yeah, his chapters are really, really slow, and they end on cliffhangers, which makes it easy to move on to the next one. And I really do appreciate the short chapters. Like that's something that I like a lot in books. This book has 83 chapters, yeah, so it's a lot.
Yeah. But I'm already on like page 40, which I'm
That's
pleased with.
good.
Um, I still have also that I'm reading since July, and it's about to be the end of August.
Same.
Oh boy, this book.
Which
I'm
one is it?
liking it.
Hold
Vera.
on, let me get closer. Hold on, let me get out of Pomodoro for a minute.
Is
Oh,
it
Vera. Okay, yeah.
is it backwards for you?
No, no, you're good.
It's backwards for me.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, Vera
yeah.
by Carla Garian. I have been reading this since the historical fiction readathon, and I still have not.
I remember. I remember.
I just haven't had a lot of time to like physically read.
Yeah.
I've been prioritizing everything else. And
Yeah.
I have been enjoying this. It's one of those books that you read it, you put it down because you have to do something else and you forgot about it. And then you go
Correct.
back and you're like, I'm loving this, and then you forgot about
Yeah.
it. That's
Yeah.
kind of what's been happening to me with this one.
Yeah. Yeah. You've been working on it for a while. As long as you're not what happens to me sometimes, thankfully it didn't happen to me with this one, but sometimes like if I put it down for like too long, like, like a week without touching it, then I lose it. I have to either start again or kind of skim through to remember.
Well, I think it's a marker of the fact that I'm actually really enjoying this. That I had put it down for like more than a week. I picked it back up and I was like, oh yeah, that's right where we were. I'm
Oh,
right
that's
back where I left off. I remember this.
That's good. I
So
mean, yeah, I'm never just reading one book, so I'm always going in between, books according to how much time I have or what I got to do or whether it's an audiobook or a physical book or a Kindle book. So I'm used to it. But sometimes if I leave it for too long, I kind of lose it. I have to like I want to rewatch it or reread or whatever it is. That happens to me. I said watch because I was thinking that happens to me with TV shows all the time. And my husband's always like making fun of me because if we stop watching something mid-season or we watch the first season and not the second one immediately, I'm like, well, and then he's like, you want to rewatch it, don't you? Season one again or whatever. And I'm like,
I just
yeah,
listen
because
to
I
it
forgot.
online. I don't have time to be rewatching everything all the time.
No, I know. Same thing with series though. Like, that happens to me with series too.
Is that why you're not a big series reader?
Yes, yeah, because like even now with the Hunger Games, I told you I want to do my next read of it. Again, I have to reread those because it's been so long and now the new books came out. So, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to not want to reread those to get to the new ones.
Well, I have to be careful because I reread all three of those. The first, I reread The Hunger Games, but I've reread that one so many times that I read that last year and I was like, I don't need to reread it again. Like, I know the plot of this so well by heart by now that
Yeah.
I don't need to. But I
And you've
reread
done
Catching
multiple.
Fire and
Yeah.
Mockingjay, and it's like March was when
Mm,
I finished Mockingjay. And
wow.
it's now we're in August, so I gotta pick up Ballad soon, or I'm gonna start forgetting things about Mockingjay. Especially
Yeah.
Mockingjay because it's my least favorite.
Yeah, yeah. I love audio and I can rewind 2 minutes and I'm back where I was. I do that actually. If it's an audiobook, I go back a little bit and it brings everything back and I'm like, oh yeah, that's where we were.
Mhm.
Maybe the audio helps too, like, because it's not just like reading, but you're remembering like the sounds and stuff. Maybe that has something to do with it. That's why I've been unable to finish the Wheel of Time series. A certain amount of time between books, and I have to go back and figure out where I was and why. Yes, Dee, me too. I follow quite a few booktubers that are really into the Wheel of Time. How do
Mm.
you like that, Dee? I mean, have you read that, Jackie?
No,
No?
no. I am the kind of person though that if I'm reading a series, like with the Outlander books, every single month I was reading one of the books because I was like, if I don't do this, well, except for like March to May, which is it took me like 3 months to read the last book. But
Yeah,
I was like, if I don't do this, I'm gonna forget key plot points and I'm gonna have to restart.
that's what happens to me. And I'm scared of missing out. What did I forget? I don't
Mm.
know. It's
That's
it's
why
probably
I'm glad that I'm up to date with it.
yeah.
So I'm just gonna and luckily there's like really detailed summaries online for the Outlander books, at least like the first 8 of them. So
Oh,
when the
that's
10th
good.
book comes out, I'm gonna read those outlines and then
Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's kind of like the TV shows that they give you that recap. Like in last season, I'm so thankful for those things.
previously on.
I need that. I need that. So yeah, even after 2 weeks, it just brings it all back. Yeah, maybe audiobooks. It's easier to pick up where you are because of you're also listening, and I don't know. I like.
I think I exercise my audio like brain a lot because I used to be really bad about remembering things that happen in audiobooks, but
Right.
now I mean I listen to so many that like my brain is just used to and I listen to them on a fast speed, but I always doing it so I like exercise that memory, especially if I write my review right after because then I can just reference my review briefly and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that happened, the other thing happened," and it all comes
Yes.
back to me.
I do find that writing a review after I've read something really helps. Like if I actually go through with that, it keeps things more fresh in my head.
I have a few books that I haven't written reviews for because I didn't write reviews immediately, and I
Hmm.
have to go back to my wrap up videos to remember what I thought about them to then write the
That's
reviews.
wild. Let me check what I thought 2 weeks ago about this book so I can
Well, because
read.
I forget things, and I think it's just so much better for me. I'm notoriously bad about keeping up with the reviews if I don't do it immediately.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I finish the book immediately, or if I don't have time right now, like tonight, whenever, like as
Yeah.
soon as I get a chance, I have to write it, or I'm not gonna write this.
Same. And sometimes I want to hold off on doing it because I want to let it sit, right? To see how what I'm going to say about it or what I'm going to rate it because I know that immediately I don't want to make that choice of what am I rating this? How did I feel about this? I want to kind of like just, wait a little bit before I do that. But if I know if I wait, then I'm just going to lose the whole thing and so I'd
Well,
rather do that and go back and edit.
I just finished the audiobook for The Night and the Moth, which is like a really
Wow.
highly anticipated romantasy release that came out this year. You may have seen it on Instagram or things like that because
The name sounds familiar, yeah.
it's like been super hyped. I finished it and my gut instinct was like, okay, 3.75. Like that's the rating I'm giving it, 3.75. I wrote my whole review. I went back to it and then I like reviewed my review a couple days later and I was like, well, I gave this book a 4 star and this a 3.75, but I dislike so many more things about this book, so I dropped it down to 3.25. I was like, no.
Yeah. Sometimes I do that too. I have to think of why did I give this again? Like why did I give this rating again? And I either talk myself into bumping up or bumping down or
Oh, I
I
do
don't
all the time. Sometimes in my wrap ups, I'm like, that's not my final rating. if it was like the last book of the month, I'm like, that's not accurate anymore. Go check my Goodreads.
Yeah, that's so true too. I don't know. I feel like, and that's okay, I think, because sometimes we're right off the high of a book and we're like, oh yeah, but then like a little bit later, you're like, what was that book about again? And it can't possibly still be a 4-star if I can barely remember it.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Uh,
So I'm looking at our time. It's 9 o'clock right now. We've been on for an hour and 24. Let me check. Hold on, D, real quick. I have 3 ratings. Oh, I liked it. I didn't like it. I really liked it.
I really.
Oh, I like that, D. Okay.
Well,
I
there's
like
people
that.
also that use like a 6-star, like their top ones are 6
Yeah.
stars. Well, personally, I don't love that because on Goodreads you can't give something 6
Yes,
stars. So I'm
exactly.
like
You rate that. You track that.
So the ones that I really, really love but don't quite, they're not all-time favorites, are like 4.5 or 4.75 stars.
Okay.
Right? So Can't Get Enough last month. Not an all-time favorite book that I've ever read, but like 4.5. Nightingale, however, an all-time favorite book that was 5 stars. Like that's how I differentiate.
No, I'm more generous than you, I think, with the 5 stars. I think I give more 5 stars. And a 5-star doesn't necessarily mean favorite of all time, but I should probably come up with some sort of distinction of this is a favorite of all time.
5
So
plus star.
yeah, 5 asterisk. I need to develop something. I need to do something about that. Okay, so I'm thinking it's 9 o'clock. We've been on for an hour and a half, maybe one more sprint. For me, it is a school night. I do have to wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow, so maybe we could do that. I feel the same way. It was good. It was all right. Yeah, I think some people don't like doing necessarily like the star ratings. Um, and
I
yeah, I
think
can
the
see
star ratings by themselves can be very limiting. I
yeah.
don't, in my wrap ups, I don't really talk about my star ratings a lot. Like I might mention it briefly, but I'm going to share more of my thoughts because I think that's going to give you a better indicator because something may have not been for me, for example. And I'm like, but it has this thing. So if you like XYZ, you might like this. I
Correct.
just don't like that.
Yeah, it's such
Because
a
I
like
think the star
arbitrary
rating is always very subjective. And then
number.
also, um, like what I don't rate a 5-star the way you rate a 5-star, so it's like my 5 stars are favorites and
Correct.
I am very like I've given 2 5 stars this year. Maybe I've
Wow.
read like 40 books.
Yeah. Ariel says that I start everything at 5-star and then it's proved me wrong. I think I kind of do.
Everything for me starts at like a 4-star because a 4-star is like I'm really liking this. I give
Yeah.
a lot of 4 stars. I would say like 3 and 4 is my most common.
Yeah.
And then you're either going to go up from there or you're going to go down from there. I think that's kind of where I start.
Yeah. I think that also like the more I read, like the pickier I am about, the 5 stars I give and, all of that. Like I learned to be a little bit better about just not randomly giving, yeah, this was great, 5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite 1-star review was for Pride and Prejudice. It was just a bunch of people going to each other's houses. I do love reading what people put as their 1-star review comments. I find those very entertaining.
I read 1-star reviews of my favorite books, and one of them was Pride and Prejudice. And some of the things that they said, and I had so much fun with that video, but some of the things people were saying, I was like, it was like, there was one of them that was like, Blackberry pretentious writing does not a good book make.
Oh, I love
It
it.
was hilarious. I think they're funny. Some of them can be really hard to read though, if it's like I think and every morning the way home gets longer and longer. I don't think I covered that one in that video because I was like, I can't. People say bad things about this, like my little heart.
Oh, I know, because we're protective of the books that we, really, really love or whatnot. Okay, so we've definitely talked more than we wanted to. Let me go ahead and start this all over again because we went over 10 minutes of our break time. Okay. All right, guys. So this is going to be our last 25-minute sprint. Let's make it a good one. We'll talk in a little bit. All right. So how was that? Jackie, how's the book going?
I'm invested. I'm intrigued. I'm already
Yeah.
at like page 50 or 60, so
Nice.
going much faster than I had anticipated. So
Awesome. Do you have a particular couple that you like more than another?
I'm very interested in Hudson and then Tina and Woody, I think. Because they
Mm-hmm.
had some weird things going on in the last chapter.
Yeah.
Something going on in their personal lives that outside of the metaverse, that I don't understand, and I wanted to keep reading about.
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything else because it's gonna go into spoilers, but
Yeah.
very
Awesome.
interesting.
Well, I got pretty far on this other one, so I'm officially more than halfway through. So hopefully I can finish this one today.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I'll be able to finish this in bed tonight. I think so.
I
What about
definitely want to
everyone else?
continue
How did
this.
it go? How did the last sprint treat you? Tell us. Do
Yes,
tell.
would love to know what you guys got up to at the end.
Yes. Oh, you're done with your game for the night. Nice. How is it? I bought it and I haven't even started it because I want to be able to commit some time to it. So I'll probably do it this weekend. But do you have little quests to do? Like, what's it like? Because I have purposely avoided watching videos just because I want to experience the whole thing, right? With no spoilers.
Mhm.
And then Jackie, you're planning on maybe doing some sprints next week?
Yes, I mean, I'm starting classes on Monday, so I'll probably stream again this weekend at some point. Maybe
Nice.
Sunday night I'll do like early Sunday evening for some sprints because
Yeah. A
yeah.
refresh, maybe. I got
Hmm.
to read a few pages and the river has roots, but I also joined. There's only 8 minutes left. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
haven't read
read
that.
that.
I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, I haven't. I heard too many thoughts on that, but is that like a horror book, Jess,
The river has roots.
or is
Yeah, I
it
don't
more
know.
thrillery? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
I know
Well,
that she recently read. I don't know if you've heard of C.G. Drew's like "Don't Let Them Something In."
yes, yeah,
That, whatever that one is called, I'm
yes. I
blanking
remember
right now.
now. Yes. Oh, let's see. I was listening to it on audio and reading physically, but I think maybe immersive reading isn't for me. Huh? I keep reading faster on the audio, but I don't want to speed up the narration. You know that I do that a lot. But I do speed up the narration because I do read super fast. So if not, I'm going too slow. Um, but I like doing it. It actually helps me get through books a little quicker.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I think that I read slower physically than the audiobook because I the muscle for listening, I've like cultivated that so much that I can put that up to like 1.75 or 2. I don't
Mhm.
like to do 2 times speed that much though because then I feel like I'm losing a little bit of quality there, but
Same.
with physically reading, I'm like between, I'd say like the 1.25 and 1.5 speed. That's like the rate I read at.
Huh.
'Cause I jump lines a lot, and so I have to go back and then I read things again, and I'm
Mhm.
like, I want that specific detail. What word was that?
Yeah. And I do that too. But I don't always start like at a faster like with the audiobook. I like to start at regular speed, and then once I'm used to like the characters and the voice and the narration, then I go ahead and start, bumping up a little bit. I can't do that from the beginning. I get lost. The
Oh, fantasy. Okay, I thought it was horror for some unknown reason, but yeah, fantasy, but very literary. Got it.
Nice. That sounds cool actually. I think when I do listen to an audio, I like to listen at 1.25 at most because I want it to feel more like natural. Yeah, I totally get that. I don't know, my brain process is slower than I can read, if that makes sense. I totally get you. Yeah,
Interesting, yeah.
I do. So audio takes me longer because I process slower. Huh?
Hmm.
That's,
I
yeah,
think
I
that
could see.
one-time speed to me feels, depending on the audiobook too, and the narrators, that also affects the speed. But sometimes one-time speed feels like the robot speaking so slowly, and I'm like, I can't do this. You do not sound like you're speaking. You don't. No, 1.25 feels like normal talking speed. And then anything faster than that feels a little bit faster. But I don't know. My comfort zone is like 1.5 by 1.75. Like that's usually my sweet spot. But I did listen to The Night and the Moth, the audiobook for that one, and I listened to that at 1.25 speed because it was a fantasy.
Sure. I was just about to add that. It depends on the narrator, obviously, and it depends on the type of book. There are just certain books that I can't do very, very fast. Like if it's thrillers and stuff like that, I can. But anything, if there's an accent, like if it's a British accent, I have to go slower. If it's like something like fantasy or something very complex or like kind of more foreign to me, I definitely have to
Well, it
go
was a British lady who narrated this book, and it was a fantasy too. So I was like, I can't do this faster.
Yeah. I can't speed up the narration. I feel like it ruins the performance. Yeah, I can see that. It's just sometimes it's just a little too slow for me. Like, and I feel like, oh my gosh, I need to get through this, you know? So I have
Well,
to.
one time speed, like I said, it just feels so agonizing for me sometimes that I'm like, you're talking too slow. This is not how you talk.
Yes, yes, I feel the same way. I love when you can just do like a little bit. Yeah. I like that too, when it's not just in increments of like the 0.5, but it lets you go just a tiny little bit.
1.7 is my ideal. I listen to 1.75 sometimes and I'm like, I want it down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, Ari, I feel like that too. I can only speed it up a little bit. Yeah, but I only read 12 books a year, so yeah, I mean, and that's like I have so many books I want to read. Let's just go faster so I can get to my next one, right?
That's
Yeah,
like my mom. She'll read like between like 7 and 12 books a year.
right.
And she'll be
And I
like,
think
yes.
that's pretty, I think, good for, your average kind of reader, right?
Well, I think the average American reads 12 books a year.
Sure.
There
Yeah,
was a statistic that was published on that recently.
that makes sense. Yeah, for one of them, I had it at like 1.37, and that was perfect. I love it. Very, very specific. Ah, so fun. Well, guys, this was so much fun. I needed this. Today was a super long day at work and I was exhausted. And, I got through my little notes on the family experiment. I was able to read a lot more in this one that's been dragging for a little bit. So, thank you guys so much for joining us. If you
And I got started on the family experiment and I actually made it like 50 out of the like 450 pages.
great.
So decent chunk.
Yeah, for sure. If you still want to join us for this, you still have time to pick this up. It's on KU if you're a Kindle Unlimited person. I know it's there, so it's accessible. And yeah, our live show again. When was it, Jackie?
September 3rd. So 2 weeks
September
from
3rd.
today.
Perfect. So that's gonna be our live show day. We'd love for you to read this with us and talk to us. That was so much fun. Yay, Ethan.
And
I'm
then
glad.
we'll also be sharing which channel we're doing it on. We have to yet to decide, but
Right.
we'll be posting that on our channel pages and our Instagrams as well.
Yes. Thanks so much for streaming, even though I mostly lurked and was gaming. Oh no, thank you for being here. Please pick up Tiny Bookshop and hope you enjoy. Yeah, I bought it already. It's downloaded, installed on my Switch too. I just need to
I want to get it.
out.
Now I want to get it.
You have to when you still haven't played Hello Kitty. You haven't played Hello Kitty either. That's a
Well,
fun one
and
too.
just I was lurking in your stream earlier. I was like watching a movie, like just like out, like letting myself have some time off, just enjoying because I know
Yeah.
soon I'm gonna be busy with classes too. So I'm just watching the movies and doing all the things that I never get to do as well.
Do it. My time for fun has unfortunately passed because school started for me. So and yes, it
I
does have a little
watched my
quest.
Oxford year last night.
You what? You what?
I watched my Oxford year on Netflix last night.
Oh, cool. How
And then I cried. I was like, no.
Oh,
And then today I had to watch another movie, like it was like Love in the Villa or something. I don't even know what it was. Dolce Vita, that's what it was. It was
nice.
some random Netflix movie, just lighthearted because I was like, this other movie destroyed me. I need like happy.
Palette cleanser. Happy thoughts. It does have little quests and things to do for the townspeople. Oh, I love that. I know I'm gonna love that. Because you never answered my question. Yeah. Sometimes just being a lurking chatter is the best. Indeed. Yes. All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us and spending some time with us. And yeah, we look forward to chatting with you soon. Maybe Jackie's doing another live this weekend. So
Yes, I'd like to do it Sunday night because the rest of this week is going to be busy. But I think Sunday night will be great. Hopefully, that means I can get some of my current books done right before the semester begins because that would be fantastic.
for sure.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram if you're over there as well. It's the same handles as here on YouTube, so I can put them in the chat for a second in case anyone's watching and wants to follow us over there, but is not already. So you can check us out there. Just give me 1 second.
Yay, thank you for joining us. Yay, thank you for joining us.
Just in case anyone is interested.
Awesome.
I mean, I imagine that anyone here is either already following or isn't on Instagram, but
Yeah. Awesome. So connect with us there. Thank you guys for joining us. Had a great night. Hope your evenings are wonderful. And yeah, until next time, guys. Thank you.
bye.
Bye.